This car is such a wonderful car to drive. It's so light and so nimble, and you can point it and it goes right where you point it, and it rear wheel steers. It's real torquey and just fun. It's like the most fun you can have on four wheels. I live in the coolest neighborhood in the country. It's urban, it's raw. The thing about New Orleans, man, you can't really see anything when you drive through. You gotta walk it. When you're walking in this town and you experience different colors and textures at different times of the day and different times of the year, it becomes this tapestry of inanimate objects that have life. I like once in a while just to get in the Magnolia Special and just tootle around the neighborhood. And I drive it once in a blue moon, but because of the way I've structured my life, I don't need to drive. I mean, that's what a true environmentalist would say, right? I drive when it pleases me, not out of necessity. In 1903, a man named H. Nelson Jackson drove a Winton from San Francisco to New York, thereby establishing gasoline, petroleum, as the fuel for the automobile of the future. It was about competition of the vehicles, and gasoline won. Well, if we don't want to do gasoline vehicles, then where's our competition for the other fuel? I built the Magnolia Special, figuring for sure, if I built an alternative energy vehicle that can do what no other alternative energy vehicle can do, that my phone would be ringing off the hook. Max Matern and I drove this car from New York to Los Angeles in 89 hours. We did it with no chase vehicle, no tanker truck behind us, only publicly accessible facilities, proving that the infrastructure is in place. Going to New York to Los Angeles, thereby establishing the record, I thought for sure would be throwing down the gauntlet and saying, okay, beat it, beat that time. So when I was laying out the chassis of the car, I had to factor in where these tanks would live and how big they could be to get the maximum amount of range. And the Magnolia Special, because it was designed from the very beginning to be a CNG car, takes all of those into account. It's designed around the tanks. So the appearance of the Magnolia Special is a function of its fuel source. Natural gas is interesting because it's not just domestically produced fuel, it's locally produced fuel. The infrastructure to deliver natural gas is pipes, it's tubes. It's under 5 PSI going to everywhere in the city. What if instead of natural gas running through those lines, it was petroleum? Would that be more or less dangerous? So my role in all this is not to immediately start making money. My role is to be the first to do it. The natural gas industry is rife with people who only are concerned with the bottom line in the next financial quarter, not the long game, which is going to take years. And if you're playing the long game, well, it starts with guys in garages building contraptions. That's the American way. I think I've got another car in me, and that car is the coupe. I've validated the Magnolia Special's underpinnings. I've learned so much from building the first one. I think that the second car is going to be a masterpiece. And once I build that second one, I think I will have done everything that I need to do in cars.